We need to talk about a content creator who can never be trusted and will literally do anything to his body for the clicks, likes, and the cash. Courts, Nikocado Avocado is disgusting. No! Here we are. Okay, so if you don't know, I'm going to catch you up, but he's skinny now, and apparently he's also bisexual. Yeah. Keep up. All right? Because after years of clearly being a gay man, because he was married to another man, and I don't know gay as well as some people, but I think that if you get married to a man, there's a highly likelihood that you enjoy dick. Apparently, he has decided he needs a wife, and I guess really it was a phase. So there's still hope for you, Nan. There's still hope. Okay, like I said, you may not know this guy, but I promise you need to know this guy. And in just a couple of minutes, all of it will be recapped for you. If you don't know Nikocado Avocado, he is an internet personality. Courts, you and I have talked about this guy for years, since we did a radio show on a station that we didn't belong on. We did a drive show, and I remember you going, have you seen this guy? And we talked about Mukbang. We talked about the whole Mukbang craze.
Eating.
Yeah.
He was just eating on camera.
You sit there and you eat in front of people. And as a, radio stunty thing, we thought that we would do it with a popular brand in the city that we were living in, and it was gross. It was really gross. We decided to pick a pretty gross, greasy kind of chicken to do it with.
I mean, it's yummy. It's yummy in small amounts, but you sitting there and just shoveling it into your gob.
And that's what this guy does. He sits there and he shovels it in. Now, I didn't know this until I did way too much research over the past 24 hours on Nikocado. Now, I followed him on Instagram over the years, but I stopped following him because he made me feel unwell. And his videos still come up on YouTube, and every now and then I'm like, fine, you got me. I'll click on it. I'll click. I'll see what's happening. But I didn't know that his name, Nikocado Avocado, do you know that it was made up because originally he was vegan?
Yeah, he was vegan, and he used to eat a bunch of avocados on camera. He literally was like a health nut.
Yeah.
And that was part of his persona. But then he rapidly changed.
I thought it was an ironic name because he was never going to touch an avocado, because all I've ever seen him eat is the most calorie-dense food that in some regards would be delicious. But when I watch him eat it, it really makes me feel unwell. So, okay, quick recap. He was born in the Ukraine. I didn't know that. He was adopted by an American couple. 2013 to 2015, vegan content. He did that because he met All and Home, who ended up being his husband, BT Dubs. They met on a vegan Facebook group chat thing. They got married in a Chick-fil-A in 2017.
Sorry.
What?
Can I just very quickly?
No, you can stop. We've got plenty of time.
I just think it's so funny that vegans have to make it part of their personality, because there's no omnivore Facebook groups. And I know that carnivores do it too. Carnivores make it part of their personality, and I equally find that funny.
Yes.
But anyone who just eats a balanced diet of a little bit of everything, we're not making Facebook groups to try and meet each other and
meet each
unless
other.
there are. Oh yeah. Unless there are, I could be wrong. But I've always found the idea of carnivore and vegan Facebook groups and meetups and everything really funny.
But that goes for anything. There are people who make specific things about their like neurospicy. It's a whole thing now.
Oh,
everybody wants to talk about. Before I got another boyfriend, when I was on the dating apps, everyone was neurospicy on Tinder. Like everyone was neurospicy. They were talking about it. They were talking about how they can't focus in conversations, but neurospicy.
They got the little chili next to the chili emoji next to the word neurospicy. Yeah,
and I'm like, great, good for you. I'm glad that you found out something about yourself that helps you in your life, but don't make it the whole fucking thing about yourself. It's like when people come out of the closet, they're like, guys, did you know I'm gay? And we're like, yes, we've known for a long time. Just move on. Yeah. It's okay. You can joke about it, but it doesn't have to be the thing that you talk about all the time. And I'm going to have a dig. Some people who become parents, fucking, I get it. You procreated. That's great. You procreated.
That was me for a while. I can take that. I can take that hit. And I'm over it now.
You weren't that bad because in the friendship group, you weren't always talking about your kids. But you did have a little community where you liked to talk about being a parent, and that's okay. You grew out of it. It's fine. But yeah, these people, they grip onto something. They need something to like go, this is who I am. And it's common for many, many different types of people. And these two, Orlin and Nikocado, they got married in a Chick-fil-A, which is kind of interesting because Chick-fil-A is kind of vegan. Anti-gay.
Yeah.
They don't love the gays. And they're divorced now, by the way. So don't. Well, are they? I think legally they're divorced, but
who freaking knows with this guy? Was he really born in Ukraine and adopted by Americans? Like, I literally don't believe a fucking thing he's ever said now.
So they did a wedding mukbang, by the way, because when you want to celebrate your wedding, you would definitely do a wedding mukbang. Now, they lived in Colombia, where Orlin is from. He's a native Colombian. And then they relocated to Florida, which is perfect for who Nikocado is. Now, this guy, I'm not even going to talk about Orlin. I'm not even going to talk about all of his scandals because there's a whole scandal with other people in the mukbang community, and we just do not even have time for the insanity that is the he said, she said, but he had receipts of. I'm not going to do it. But this guy sits on camera and eats 10,000 plus calories in one sitting. He had deals with like mainstream media networks to do this, and he ballooned. He got big. It kind of proves the point, calories in versus calories out. If you eat more than what you expel, your body's going to hold on to it. And I wish 20-year-old Wilko knew that.
We would send each other videos on Instagram or TikTok as we would see him getting bigger and bigger and just be like, oh my gosh, like it hasn't been that long, but he's gotten really a lot bigger.
Really a lot bigger, and it was happening really quick. And it was more than just the weight. It was like you and I were going, is this guy mentally okay? Because he doesn't seem okay anymore in either his short social videos or on YouTube.
I don't even know how many people are going to be looking at me when I make this video. And I'm at the drive-thru of Popeyes. And I got the new spicy chicken sandwich. We're at the drive-thru. Spicy chicken sandwich from Popeyes. Popeyes chicken sandwich. Popeyes chicken sandwich.
Don't show the inside.
Popeyes chicken sandwich. Popeyes chicken sandwich. No! No! No!
Shut up, dickhead. So now, looking back on it, all the stuff that we saw, I can go, oh, it's a fucking performance piece. Because this guy gets bigger and bigger, and he's telling like Men's Health magazine that he was experiencing erectile dysfunction, loss of libido because of all of his binge eating, and fans and health professionals, they raised, alarms about his content. And like you and I were sitting into each other going, what the fuck is going on? Like 2020 to 2021, it was like, this is peak chaos.
Because he was like on camera melting down.
Yes.
But then he was so big, he was at some points using like wheelie chairs to get around, like vehicles, walkers. He had a motorized vehicle at one point, but he had like walkers at some point, I remember. And then he would walk around with his CPAP machine on to prove how unhealthy he was, which is so funny because you're never walking around in your CPAP machine.
No. No. It's not something
it was like, what's happened to this guy's brain?
Yeah. So watching that makes me think, how were we hoodwinked for so long? And I know what you're asking. If you don't know the story, you're thinking, what is the hoodwink? We'll get to it in a second. Because there was, I think one of his biggest videos were like this, 6 breakup videos. Like he did like a bunch of on-camera meltdowns with his husband at the time. They had these escalating feuds. He had feuds with vegan creators. He claimed to have fractured his ribs after coughing too forcefully. He had the mobility scooter. He told viewers that he'd been classified disabled. He expanded into OnlyFans. At his heaviest weight, what's it in pound? 400, can we Google this? 411 pounds was his heaviest apparently. So what's that, like 170, 180 kilos?
186 kilos.
Right, yeah.
186 kilos. And how tall is Nikocado Avocado?
Not really
tall. I don't think he's super tall.
No.
5'6".
Yeah,
so he's not tall.
Not
so
a tall guy.
it was
big. He's a big guy. So in 2022, his marriage ends with Orland. They announced their separation. Apparently, there was some infidelity cited. And it became like a whole thing because there's like, they still do stuff together and they still reference each other. And anyway, this all happens. And then there's a video that drops. After seeing this guy mentally break down for what, like 2 years, over 2 years?
It was a few years, and he was just like getting fatter and more mentally unhinged.
And like I'm going to try and do the noise. He would like shake his belly and then he'd go, like he would make weird noises. Again, as we know now, all a performance piece.
2 steps ahead.
It's his whole thing, 2 steps ahead.
I am always 2 steps ahead. This has been the greatest social experiment of my entire life. It's alluring, it's compelling, it's gripping to observe all these unwell, disoriented beings roam the internet. So I am the villain because I've made myself one. And you will continue to consume these stories about me year after year.
Okay, I'm done. So this guy records in bulk a bunch of videos of him being an overweight, unhealthy, mentally and physically person. Right? He records a bunch of them and then he drops them over a couple of years. And while that's happening, in the background, he's losing all this weight. So everyone thinks he's progressively getting more, so which would mean that he has to put on this weight very quickly, and I mean balloon very quickly to show that he is getting bigger. And then he records all this stuff. And then he must record heaps, like so much content.
Because for those 2 years that he technically wasn't online, you and I were sending things back and forth because they were coming out consistently.
Yeah, every couple of days there was something else. And I mean like big mukbangs, like where he's eating, like his whole YouTube channel. And these go on for like 40 minutes to an hour. Like these are big, long videos. And then this drops, right? And he takes off we can obviously see already that he's skinny and he's lost the weight and his whole thing is like 2 steps ahead. That's his whole thing.
Yeah.
And he has revealed that this marked the quiet start of his weight loss journey. So he sort of dropped a video called 2 Steps Ahead, but he was still bigger. And then hidden in plain sight, no one sees him. It was like years later, he had all this secret weight loss, right? And then it's kind of like fucking got yous. And I was shocked. I was like, fuck, okay, that's crazy.
To be honest, when I saw it, I was like, wow, this is great. Like I was really impressed.
Yes.
Because for a social media experiment to have run for that many years, because he'd come out and he'd said, this was always my plan. I was always going to go and get this fat and do this much mukbang and then lose it all, but fake that I, was mentally unhinged, la, la, la.
Yes.
It was very compelling because it makes you stop as a social media user and go, fuck, what is real? Really?
Well, exactly. And we think about that all the time with Instagram. Like, so many people live these fake lives, and it's actually crazy. And him wearing the panda head was apparently meant to symbolize the whole, social media isn't black and white. And he wanted to show that, what you're seeing isn't necessarily the truth. And then if that was it, right, I would have been like, wow, okay, what a really interesting social comment. Crazy to do that to your body, because even though you've lost all this weight, now you've got all this skin. But
he got all those surgeries and they would have been free.
Yeah. So, but then you've still got all these scars in it. Look, people have called it the greatest social experiment. And I agree. It's a crazy social experiment. That video, I think, hit like 26 million views in like 48 hours. It was crazy. And like, I think it had like 50 plus million views in like not long after that. It was actually crazy. Yeah. Now, as you mentioned, he went through a bunch of skin removal surgeries and his whole body, which he is showing off constantly, by the way, now. He is online and he is constantly showing off his body, which I'm glad that he's feeling his oats and he's absolutely loving himself sick. So he's got scars up his side. I mean, some of the videos that he was putting up of like the drainage that's happening after he's had all this skin removal and excess fat and things like that, because he lost the weight. But then there's all this other stuff. There's videos of him jiggling it, and then he clicks, and then it's So he's
I don't like his little willy.
The dick ones are really
his willy bounce around. And
but he was doing the dick stuff when he was a big guy. He was doing the dick stuff with his fat.
Yeah.
So he's had multiple operations to remove so many pounds of excess skin after the crazy weight loss. Now he continued posting healthier mukbang content and showing a very different sort of persona over the last couple of years. But that has ended. Over the last sort of 6 to 8 months, it's all gotten fucking weird again. And I think it's either because he's obviously trolling all of us. But he's also the first bit I can go, well, you've really put your body through something and your body, your rules. If you want to do that, put all this weight and then lose it and show people that social media isn't everything you see and all that. Totally get it. You got all the views, whatever. But now he's decided to say that being gay was fun. This is a direct quote to his socials. Being gay was fun, but I'm 35 now. It's time to have some kids. So there's so many posts about this now that he keeps putting up and has done over the last few months. Being gay's fun, but I'm ready to have a wife. Being gay's fun, but it's time to be a dad. And then be honest, why do girls keep rejecting me? I want to start a family. But then he would then in amongst that post single looking for a boyfriend. And then after that, he would write, why are so many people mean in the comments? Well, you fucking know. Because you're doing this deliberately to make people mad, and that I'm not on board with. What I'm also not on board with is you being an openly gay man who is allowed to have that right. You're allowed, in this world, you have a right. Okay, your right is that you have been born a gay man and that is your right. And now you're making it seem like you're just choosing your sexuality. I'm just going to choose these things now, because saying things like, oh, it was fun being gay, but now I'm over it. That's fucked. You don't get to say that. That's not a cool thing to say. Also, on top of that, he's decided that he's just going to fucking eat again, because apparently he needs some money.
Hey everybody, welcome to the mukbang today. We are having black bean noodles and I'm trying to see how much weight I can gain, because I think it'll be really cool to gain on my way back. And you know, people have speculated like, oh, you're just gonna do this again and see how fat you can get. Well, yeah, because I need money.
Again, I don't think he needs money. Right. And if he does need money, it's because he's terrible at dealing, like at managing his money, because he would have made a shitload of money with the videos that he has posted. Like regularly gets millions and millions of views. He has 6 different YouTube channels. So don't sit here and say that the reason that you're going to do this is because of money. Now, again, your body, your rules. If you want to completely fuck your body up, that is your business. If you want to do it under the guise of entertainment, great. But don't like fuck around with your sexuality and go and like rage bait people into making, like, what you're doing to a community that you've been a part of is fucked behavior.
The rage bait of it also doesn't really make sense, because the community that he's been a part of are open to sexuality in all different ways, right? It's not as if the LGBTQ plus community are saying you can't be bi.
No, they're not saying that. If you are bi, great.
So if you're bi, it's fine, but you're saying that you were gay and now you're not gay.
Yes.
And so that is the problem.
There was
like if you just came out and said, I'm bi.
Yeah, no, but there's one post where he said that he's into men and women. It wasn't women. It was women. It was spelt wrong. Again, I don't know if it's deliberately to enrage people.
Rage bait.
Because again, when you just misspell something or get something wrong in a video, 9 times out of 10 a YouTube has done that deliberately. Not on this one, guys. We get them wrong because we're wrong. But this guy is not coming out and saying that. He's not, like, he says that he's into men and women, whatever, now, and that's fine. You can evolve and you can change, but you going, lol's bit dumb with the whole gay thing. Maybe I'm going to do women now.
Yeah.
Like, that's fucked.
Yeah.
And you don't get to do that.
Yeah.
So I think, look, at this stage, I think he's not a good person.
No,
I don't think he's a good person.
I think he's a grifter.
Yeah.
Our favourite word of the year. He's a grifter. Yeah. Yes.
And for all of the, you know, the comment on social media and everything that I was like, that's actually really interesting. I can't believe that you put your body through that. But for it now to be, for him to just be like, oh, I need money, which again, what's true? You don't know if he's doing it for money or if there's some other comment that's going to be made in time, social comment, but it just...
It's people like this that make me want to just get off the internet. You know, people like this just make me go, ew, what am I doing on the internet? Like, these people make me hate it so much. And it's when I get on Instagram and someone has purposely misspelled something on their Instagram reel, which is, you know, obviously grabbing the attention of people around, because they're going to get into the comments and be like, you misspelled or you've misspelled this, that, or whatever. And I even see some people I know do it. And I just think, oh, can we be better than that? Can we just be a bit more evolved than that? And then this guy takes it to the nth level. Like, he's just grossified what it is to be a YouTube creator and to say that he's going to go and get fat again for money after he's gone and had all the surgeries that someone else fronted the bill for. So
other people paid for the surgeries?
Well, the doctors probably just didn't charge him.
Right, okay.
I see it all the time because I had the surgery he had for the lower part of the skin removal, and mine was because
of that one mukbang
I had
we did.
Significant because that one mukbang we did. But mine was for a significant repair on my abs after childbirth. But because I also had the excess skin, you do it all at one time, right? And so that surgery was expensive. Expensive. I'm not willing to share how much I spent on that. But I think what happens in the US, surgery and stuff is like commodified over there.
Yeah.
So you can get like a lot of discounts if you work with a doctor.
Right.
Because there's this girl that I follow who's had all the ones he's had. The arms, the tummy, the thighs.
He's also had face, by the way.
Lost.
He's done his face, which is crazy.
Yeah. And that was all cut around there.
Yeah.
So this girl that I follow, that I ended up not following anymore because it was so commodified, she just teamed up with a doctor and I don't think she had to pay the full price.
Right.
So he would be in the same boat.
Yeah. So there's someone, Dr. Ben, something, there's a video that's come up that, oh, God, now I'm going to have to watch that when we're done with this. Jesus. But he also said Nikocado Avocado or Nicholas Perry has paid for his own excess skin removal and plastic surgeries. So apparently he funded these.
I don't know that I believe that.
Now, he may have paid some amount, but he's certainly not paying full price.
Yeah.
So I agree with you that he's doing some sort of deal because he's featuring on other people's YouTube channels, like the Beverly Hills Center for Plastic Surgery. So he's definitely doing collabs with surgeons and with surgeries to get some sort of discount, like a lot of influencers do. Which
you just piss them off if you go and get fat again.
Which is just so. I don't know.
Also, wouldn't that fuck with the scars? Like, wouldn't that be really bad for the
I think it'd be really bad for your body generally. It's like when people get lap band and then they don't adhere to a calorie-restricted diet and then they stretch their stomach and sometimes they get tears or things explode and they stretch it back out and it's really unhealthy. So it's just, I don't know. I feel so weird about this guy because, again, I'm of the mindset that if you want to do something to better your body, I'm all for, like, do it. If you need to do something that makes you feel better about yourself, do it. I don't have a thing in my brain that goes, I need to have plastic surgery to do things, but I have a lot of friends. It's particularly mums who have had kids and they've gone, fuck me, my body's broken. My body is broken. It doesn't look or function the way that I wanted it to, like it used to function. And to get some of me back, this is what I want to do. I'm all for that. But I get weird about this guy. This guy and his... I don't even know. If he's just doing it for financial gain, pick something else. Do something else. There's got to be a better way because, like, the videos, like, do my head in.
Two steps ahead. I'm always 2 steps ahead.
He's certainly leaning into the cringe, isn't he, that everyone's fine with? Oh, yuck. I think he's like morally...
Fucking bankrupt.
I don't think he's got morals. Yeah.
It's just, I don't know. Look, ultimately in the end...
Is that what it takes to get famous on the internet? Should we be morally bankrupt?
I guess, well, people who watch some of our videos would say that we're only doing it to enrage people anyway. But, no, I say that. It's mostly the Michael Jackson video. But, which again... Everyone's allowed to have an opinion
didn't
about Michael
expect that.
Jackson. You're allowed to have an opinion. You're allowed to have your opinion that he is clear of all sins. And we're allowed to have an opinion, which, by the way, our opinion was we felt icky about it. We didn't say whether we did or didn't. We said we felt icky about the situation.
We just like, this feels a bit weird.
It feels a bit weird. The whole thing felt a bit weird. And yet, fuck me, the amount of people that came for us over that. Every time I saw another hate comment, I was like, well, thank you for the engagement, but you guys need to calm down because he's not your dad. But there are people online who want to go too far to get attention. And that's great. That's not what we're doing here. That's fine. But if that's what you want to do. But I think in general, this guy is a fucked human. He's a fucked human who isn't doing like. I guess there would be some people who have a parasocial relationship with him, but I don't think he's doing good for people who are oversized, who are in the fat community, who want to talk about their body and their weight issues and how they want to love their body. I don't think he's good for them. He's certainly not good for the gays. As a gay, I can sit here and say, you're not good for the gays. And as someone on the internet, I don't think you give anyone who is a quote unquote influencer a good name. I don't know how many good influencers there are, by the way, and maybe we need to start digging down on that. I think influencers need to be, unless you're making something, I think you just standing there. I'm pretty fucking done with that. Yeah, I'm done. I'm pretty done with that.
I can't even do it because I got no nails.
Well, you failed. You failed us on the internet.
I'm a shit influencer. I can't do it, guys. I'm a naked nail girl. I can't put them on. They're fucked.
Naked nail girl.
And I just think, you're lying if you're getting around with your day using those.
Tapping things.
Anyway, tapping things, tippy tapping.
I'm assuming that some of you might be here because you are either fans of Nikocado or maybe you are as confused as we are as to what the end game is. I think we've figured out that the end game is just for him to make money. And if that is the end game, then I think we should all stop watching because, and maybe actually, this is going to be the last time we'll ever talk about Nikocado on our channel.
Okay, you heard it here first.
Because this guy he is just trolling to make money and he's not doing it for social commentary anymore and he's just doing it to be a piece of shit. And I'm not going to co-sign on that, which means no talking about it, no watching it. And that's the best way to fuck influencers over.
I've unfollowed so many influencers when they get on there and they do their tippy-tappy nails on some product that I've used and I go, oh, you're a liar. You're just straight up lying because that product is not good. So back off. It's like Mel Robbins. Anyone who says Mel Robbins is anything other than a grifter, Nah, are you kidding?
But
She's
Mel's
flogging protein powder now.
She's going to let them.
She's going to let them. Let Nikocado do that. Fuck off, Mel Robbins. I can't stand her. Sorry.
That
was too mean.
It's fine. You're allowed to have an opinion. Okay. Let us know if there is an internet grifter and you can put us in the comments. That's fine. If you call us internet grifters.
Totally.
In fact, we might actually be kind of pumped that you called us that because that would mean
I'd be flattered if you think we're making money from this. That would be really flattering.
Oh, God, you'd be wrong, but it would be flattering. Who's the internet grifter that you are sick of or maybe you're still obsessed with? Put it in the comments below and all of your thoughts and feelings about Nikocado Avocado, who hasn't touched one for a long time.